don't be scared. Aloha, Naish Sup Riders. Welcome to Maui. I'm Suzie Cooney and I'm going to show you some exercises today that will add a new dimension to your SUP performance. You can check out these exercises in more detail at nashsurfing.com and also check out SuzieTrainsMaui.com. Let's go. To get the most out of these exercises and learn what it means to add a new dimension or dimensions to your SUP performance, I've illustrated myself paddling here in different planes of motion for paddling. So we just paddle on the right and left side of the board in the sagittal plane in the red. We carve and turn in the transverse plane, dividing our body in two, and then we look for bumps and glides in the coronal or frontal plane. We also brace here and hop over small chop or fall down the backs of waves, and we try to live here to help us prevent falls and keep us standing. So this will just better illustrate when you're doing the exercises that come forward so you understand how we're training and why we're training. So I hope you like it. Refer back here if you need. Thanks. You're going to need an older junk paddle, a stick or broom, 1 to 2 Bosus, pictured here the Naish Nalu 10-6, any board will do, 1 Indo board Gigante flow cushion, courage and confidence. Important training notes, make sure you perform these on grass or sand. You can be barefoot or in training shoes. Don't attempt these if you have any foot, ankle, or knee injuries, and performing on the sand is going to be super hard. Helmet not required. Suggested sets and reps, 1 to 2 sets, 12 reps, and try to get in 30 seconds of rest in between exercises. The first exercise, called the single leg lateral hops, you do that in the frontal plane. This will be the easiest exercise you'll perform, and it's a great warm-up. Thrusting left to right, holding for a count of 2, stabilize, hold, repeat, and stop. Single leg lateral bracing with paddle, add another dimension to the frontal plane. Don't flick the camera person with sand. Stop, stabilize, hold 2 seconds, great so you can practice not falling over the wave or the backside of a wave. Flick more sand at the cameraman, stop, breathe, stabilize, and rest. Your next challenge and progression, 2 feet laterals, thwarting your body left to right, stabilizing for a 2-second hold. Make sure you breathe, don't fall over, and continue. You're still training now in the frontal plane. Land softly, keep breathing, and do a great job. All right. These get tough. The single leg lateral Bosu, 1 leg holding for a 2-second hold, looking forward, don't fall off into the water. Don't slip off the Bosu, make sure that you are sand free, then hop back on. When you get your courage up, focus, and then hop to the right after you move your hair. Stabilize, get your game on, because it's going to get harder. All right, and don't fly into the camera person. And 1 and 2, hold, and fly, be free. Okay, these are tough. 2 feet laterals on the Bosu. Hop left or right, stabilize, hold for 2 seconds, regain your composure, and keep going. And don't forget to breathe. These are really hard. All right, great job, everyone. All right, it's getting more entertaining. Add the paddle, single leg laterals with the paddle on the Bosus. Same principles, single leg, stabilize 2 seconds, look forward. This is totally going to help you prevent any falls, popping up over the lip, stabilizing, or, just learning how to catch your balance. So really be practiced on this. Focus, pay attention so you don't go flying off into the camera person. Okay, these are really advanced. So on the Bosu, 2 leg laterals with the paddle. Make sure that you try not to look down, look forward, stabilize and brace. Bring the paddle with you to the left side, stabilize and brace. If you fall off, no big deal. Off you go. Do it again, Suzie. Get over there. Wish I had a trainer. And step up with courage and confidence 1 more time. Don't give up. Okay, paddle horizontally. Now moving my courage to the right. Bracing, stabilizing, and now getting ready to go to the left. Stabilizing, 2-second hold. I try to get in the rhythm. Try to relax my body, but there's a lot going on. So we're still here in the frontal plane using every single muscle. Have fun. All right, now we're training in the frontal plane and the transverse plane. Leaping single legs with a twist, with a stabilization at the end. Leaping to the left, look, stabilize. This is great for off the lips, turning down a wave, or looking for bumps and glides. So twist away, and don't forget the lime. Good job. All right, this is very advanced. You're doing laterals with 2 legs on the Bosu from the frontal plane to the transverse plane. Notice my Bosus are pretty close together because I got a lot of sand on there and I'm going to be slipping right off the nose, but I'm hanging tough. All right, here we go. Frontal plane with a twist, land, stabilize, breathe. Good reaction, Suzie. Okay, set again, facing the camera. That's called rolling down the windows. Facing the camera and then going to the left. Hop. It's kind of weird on your brain, so get ready and twist. I'm looking for my beer for the lime, and voila! Thanks, everybody, and good luck on that one. Ta-da! All right, the best for last. Take out that center or thruster fin. You don't want to bust the fin box or your nice board. Place the Endoboard Gigante Flow cushion nubby side up under the center of your board. Make sure it's stable and secure. All right, mount up on the board just as if you would on the water. Eyes gazing forward, paddle across the board. Get your feet centered, gaze forward. Now just get used to the motion of the Gigante Flow cushion underneath your board. Get a little brave, step forward, stabilize. Whoa, it's totally fun. And now you can work on your bracing. From side to side, you are now training in all planes of motion. It's super exhilarating. All of the stuff you're learning will go right to the water, I promise. Stabilize, practice, don't be afraid, and keep doing it. So here I'm kind of goofing around, but I want to encourage you to kind of step out of your comfort zone, literally, and move around the board. You know, just pretend you're going over a little chop or a small wave and see what it feels like to burn out the muscles and get them to fatigue. This is what it's all about, so go for it. Here I'm also working on my footwork, and you can see that I'm hopping around a little bit because you never know if I'm going to step up over a wave or step down into a turn or into a bump or a downwind glide. Now I'm going to work on my cutbacks a little bit, little sliding action, again training in all dimensions. This is going to make you the best paddler ever. Give it a try.
Hey guys, that was a great workout. And remember, make sure you don't have any ankle or knee or foot injuries, and don't do it on the cement, do it on the sand or the grass, and progress wisely. To get more of a detailed explanation of how to add a new dimension to your Sup fitness training, go to nashsurfing.com and also SuzieTrainsMaui.com. Always ride Nash, share and care out there, and I'll see you on the water. Aloha!